So today, the topic we're going to talk about is that no one cares about anything important. I am guilty of this too, unfortunately. I spend way too much time paying attention to shit that I really shouldn't. I shouldn't care as much about it as I do. In particular, I'm going to talk about video games. The Rockstar just announced that GTA 6 is not going to come out with a physical disc, and then within the same week, PlayStation announced that they are no longer going to be publishing games with physical or on physical discs as early as January 2028. So this has, of course, the gamers in an uproar. They are pissed off, to say it lightly. So first, I want to say, don't get me wrong. People should be upset about this. It really sucks. I consider myself like uh, an advocate for game, art, and media preservation, all of those three separately and where they intersect. The loss of having any form of media, in this case video games, um, no longer be distributed or even manufactured in a physical medium is quite devastating. From like a historical perspective, all these things just probably won't exist in a few years. If you go 10, 15, 20 years down the line, a lot of the things we enjoy today probably just won't exist anymore. Like it'll be considered lost media. And if you don't know that term, it's just stuff that existed once and then it's for one reason or another has just been wiped out. And you know, there might be a day where GTA 6 itself just doesn't exist. Now, that's the most extreme case because GTA 6 is probably going to be the largest like anything that's ever existed. So I think in some way, shape, or form that will exist. But there's a lot of stuff. I mean, think about like stuff that comes out on Netflix that Netflix is just like, oh, whatever, we're just gonna get rid of it. Or Warner Brothers just decides to take the Batgirl TV show off as a tax write off, and it just doesn't exist anymore. No one ever gets to see it. Um, it just sucks. But more so, everything sucks, unfortunately. Like, what really upsets me is that this sucks and it's something that I care about too. But it's crazy to see people that like have never cared about anything going on in the world, any social cause or anything, are sending petitions like force Rockstar to give GTA 6 a physical release. And they're like in an uproar about how their PlayStation games won't be on a disc anymore, even though they haven't bought a physical disc in like 5 years. But like they've never signed a petition for anything in their community. They've never signed a petition for any political cause. And I know that sounds really like fucking like self-righteous and stuff, but I just think it's crazy to look at gaming or movies or like your niche hobby and care more about that than what's going on in the world. And we're all guilty of it. Like especially if you're an American or a Westerner, you care more about your like treats and hobbies than you care about like anything else going on in the world. But sometimes it just gives me some perspective as to why are we like this? Like if the first petition you've signed in the past like 10 years is against Rockstar giving GTA 6 a disc, I don't know what to tell you, man. There's just bigger fish to fry, unfortunately. And like it really sucks because I think like video games are something that are near and dear to my heart, and I think the industry is just going down so fast. Xbox is pretty much just bleeding to death. PlayStation is doing everything it can to scrape all the money it can out of whatever crevice it can find. Nintendo, who fucking knows? Even someone like Valve tries to enter the manufacturing sphere and instantly gets like one shotted because AI exists. And yeah, so much of this unfortunately goes back to AI right now, but that's a whole other topic. But America is currently trying to invade every country in the periphery that it can. And yeah, I know this sounds like really pretentious, but whatever. You should care about this. I'm sorry. If you care about GTA 6, but you don't care about anything that's affecting anything else in the world, you're selfish and you're not as good of a person as you probably think. And I should say that to myself in the mirror, too. Don't get me wrong. We're all guilty of it. But I don't know. It's frustrating to see, like, anytime something happens in the gaming sphere, everyone, there's this crazy uproar. Or even if it's like about a celebrity, or it's about a movie, or Marvel, or Olivia Rodrigo, whatever the hell it is. Like, it's almost like performative, like cultural wokeness but like in the most chud form possible. I don't know how else to describe it. It just sucks, man. I genuinely don't know how to get people to care about important things, and maybe none of this really makes too much sense. Um, but I hope you can like kind of see the through line here. It's a little muddy, but for as bad as things are for video games, everything else in the world is so much fucking worse that I hope you can look up from your computer screen or your TV screen or your phone screen and just fucking notice what's going on. I mean, the stuff going on in video games is not unrelated to everything else going on. Again, like all this ties back to AI, which ties back to like government contracts for weapons manufacturers because Raytheon has to create new weapon systems that can annihilate everything within like a 2,000-mile radius of Israel. That now an Xbox costs $800, and yeah, no, like you should care way more about the missile systems. But also, if you're wondering, like, hey, why do video games suck right now? So much of it ties back to things that you should actually care about and should actually get your attention right now. And I don't know. I hope that if one of those things pisses you off, if you hate that Disney owns everything and is making Marvel movies like shittier every year, or if you hate that Xbox just fucking sucks now, I hope you like do a little introspection there and think about why is everything in the world increasingly getting worse. Like we had to create the word inshitification to describe what's going on all around us and everything in our life about our internet lives, about our services, our subscriptions, our food, our jobs. Everything is in shitification. Um, so, yeah, I don't know. Everything is getting worse. Even the things you like are getting worse. And it's kind of getting harder to cope. Trust me, as a fan of the Halo games, I've been coping for 15 years, but you just can't argue that everything's getting worse. Um, the circumstances for everyone are getting worse, and you can't just get mad when it's Grand Theft Auto 6 because so many people had to die for us to get to the point where you noticed that GTA 6 is gonna like slightly inconvenience you because you have to download it. Even though you were gonna download it in the first place, you weren't gonna buy a disc for Grand Theft Auto. And even I recognize that like what the inherent problem is there, that Take Two Interactive like can control your soul now. But I don't know. There's a lot of contradictions within all of it, and even recognizing it, like to be so aware that GTA 6 is not going to have a disc is also to be a part of the problem because I'm paying more attention to that than I am anything else in the world right now. Um, so yeah, we all deserve endless punishment for our hubris, for all the things that we have allowed to get this bad. And I don't say that to be like negative. I just think that people are selfish and they don't really realize it because they're probably like nice to their friends. Um, but a lot of us are bad people. You can do good things, but we really only care about our entertainment. So this all ended up sounding a lot meaner than I wanted it to, but I guess that's how I feel. So that is what it is. I don't know. I decided to put some Halo 3 gameplay up for this. I don't know. Some old school Halo Battle Rifle Slayer. Hopefully that makes it a little more entertaining and digestible because I don't know. Everything sucks and it's getting worse and it's going to get worse. Um, Hopefully it's not too late to do something about it. It might be. I don't know. Bye.